Welcome to our deep dive. Ready to explore a career that seems like it's straight out of science fiction?
Sounds intriguing already.
We're talking about industrial robot controllers.
Yeah, those are pretty hot right now, aren't they? Lots of buzz.
Definitely. And we're using insights from RoleCatcher, the career development platform, to kind of break it all down, see if it lives up to the hype.
Makes sense.
What does an industrial robot controller even do all day? You know? Is it more involved than just hitting go and watching the magic happen?
Oh, way more. It's not just about pushing buttons.
Right.
RoleCatcher, actually, they compare it to being like the conductor of an orchestra.
Interesting.
But instead of instruments, you're leading a team of robots.
Okay, so high-tech conducting. I like it.
Yeah, and not those clunky robots from like decades ago either.
Yeah.
We're talking sophisticated systems.
Right, because the whole field's come a long way.
So yeah, you're not just operating, but you're monitoring, making sure everything runs smoothly, troubleshooting when things go wrong.
It's like being a robotic doctor almost. You
Mm,
got to diagnose the problem.
exactly, yeah. High stakes, but the rewards seem to be there too, at least according to RoleCatcher, both in job satisfaction and the whole earning potential aspect.
See, that's what I'm curious about. What's in it for me, part of this whole thing?
Well, RoleCatcher's a career platform, so they definitely get into the nitty-gritty there.
Okay, good, because I want to hear those details.
And it does sound promising, I gotta say. They're predicting like a 12% growth in these jobs over the next 10 years.
Wow, that's a pretty significant jump.
Way faster than average. And here's the thing, you're not just stuck on some factory floor either.
Oh, really? Tell me more about that.
Think pharmaceuticals, food processing, even the entertainment industry. Robots are everywhere these days.
That's true, actually. Never thought about it like that.
So yeah, more diverse career paths for anyone interested in getting into robotics.
That's fascinating. So it's not just the tech that's evolving, but also all these different industries finding ways to actually use it, which opens up even more opportunities.
Exactly. RoleCatcher actually gives some really interesting real-world examples. Like, imagine overseeing the robots that put together those tiny parts in the smartphones.
Oh, wow. That's intricate work.
Right, or those massive automated systems they use in aerospace manufacturing.
Okay, yeah, that's some next level stuff right there.
Definitely highly specialized tasks.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal here, but come on, there's got to be some downsides, right?
Oh, for sure. Every job has them.
Right.
And RoleCatcher, they don't sugarcoat it. They talk about the demands. Like, it's fast-paced. You constantly got to be learning new stuff.
Makes sense. Technology changes so fast.
Exactly. New software, new robotic systems, safety protocols are always evolving.
So you can't just learn something once and coast on that knowledge forever.
Nope, not in this field. You got to be a lifelong learner for sure.
What about work-life balance?
Mm.
I feel like RoleCatcher mentioned something about long hours.
They did. Be ready for potential overtime on-call shifts, especially when you're just starting out.
Ah, the early career grind. Because it's not unique to this field, though.
True, lots of specialized technical roles have those demands. But RoleCatcher's data also suggests that as you gain experience, maybe specialize a bit. You get more control over your schedule.
That makes sense. You kind of move up the ranks.
You got it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're the one leading the team, running the projects.
Instead of being the one on call 24/7.
Exactly.
So it's like putting in the time early on can actually lead to a less chaotic schedule later. Makes sense. But you mentioned specializing.
Right.
So let's say someone's listening, they're intrigued by this whole robot controller thing, but they want to stand out, you know.
Sure.
What can they do?
That's where things get really cool, actually. RoleCatcher's big on this point, that it's not just about the type of robot.
Oh, okay.
It's about the industry, even the specific problems you're solving.
I see.
Like, you could become the expert in collaborative robots.
Collaborative robots?
Yeah, the ones designed to work right alongside humans.
Oh, interesting.
Think like healthcare, research.
Oh, that does sound futuristic. Are there like certain programming languages that are super important for this?
Totally. C++ and Python, those are foundational.
Okay, I've heard of those.
But then different applications need a different set of skills, you know?
Right, makes sense.
So if you're into AI-powered robots, gotta know machine learning, data analysis, that kind of thing.
Because you're basically teaching the robot to learn, right?
Yeah.
Almost like giving it a brain.
Exactly. That's the cutting edge. And that's where knowing the differences between languages comes in.
Okay, so tell me more about those differences. C++ versus Python, what's the deal?
So they're both powerful, don't get me wrong, but like C++1, often better for those real-time control systems because it's
Mhm.
so fast and efficient.
Gotcha. Speed demon.
Then you've got Python, which has amazing libraries, perfect for that data analysis, machine learning stuff.
So it's almost like they each have their own specialty.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, so someone's probably thinking, all right, I need to learn both then, right?
Having a solid foundation in both, definitely a good move.
Smart. But let's switch gears for a sec. Let's talk about breaking into the field. What about education? Is it straight from high school or?
Good question. RoleCatcher's data shows that while a high school diploma might get you in the door some places,
Okay.
having a degree, like an associate's or bachelor's, way better.
In what specifically?
They're seeing mechatronics, robotics, engineering, even computer science,
Yeah.
all super relevant.
Yeah, makes sense that those would be strong backgrounds.
Oh, absolutely.
But what if someone's already done with school? Maybe they've got experience in something related, though,
Mm,
like electronics, or they've done some programming.
right.
Can they use that to make a switch?
That's where real-world experience is key. RoleCatcher's all about internships, even volunteer stuff. Anything to get hands-on with the robots.
So even if it's not like a formal job yet,
Exactly.
just proving you can actually do it.
Yeah. They've even got a whole section on building a portfolio of projects. Even if it's just you, in your garage, tinkering around.
Wait, really? So if someone built like a small-scale robot at home, employers would actually care about that.
Totally. It shows initiative, problem-solving skills, passion,
Right.
and don't underestimate networking.
Oh, good point.
RoleCatcher's big on that. Join online communities, go to events, talk to people already doing the job.
Yeah. Get your name out there.
You never know what might come from it.
It's all about making those connections and showing what you can do.
It really is. And get this, RoleCatcher actually helps you do that, like through their platform.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's powered by AI. So employers can search for candidates with specific skills, experience, all that.
Oh, that's cool. So it's kind of like a matchmaking service for robot controllers.
In a way, yeah. So you're not just like sending resumes into the void.
Right. You're actually getting in front of the right people.
Exactly. And speaking of the future, RoleCatcher had some really interesting insights about where this whole career is headed.
Oh, like what?
Well, they're really emphasizing how important it is to stay updated, like with technology,
Yeah, because it changes so fast.
constantly. You can't just rest on what you already know.
Right. What are they saying people should be learning? Like specific areas?
They're saying artificial intelligence, machine learning, those are only going to get bigger.
Yeah, that makes sense. Robots are getting smarter all the time.
Right. And they need someone to program that intelligence.
So the controllers of the future are almost like teachers, in a way.
Exactly. It's not just about telling the robot what to do anymore. It's like you're teaching it to think.
Okay, that is both cool and a little bit intimidating, honestly.
Right. But it's the future.
It is, it is. Makes you think about all the ethical stuff, too.
Oh, for sure. And RoleCatcher, they actually dedicate a whole section to this.
Okay, good. Because it's not just about building robots anymore. It's about how those robots fit into, like, our world.
100%. It's about responsibility, safety, making sure we're using this technology the right way.
Yeah, no robot uprisings, hopefully.
Definitely not. But seriously, for anyone who wants to do this job, they have to think about the ethical side of things just as much as the technical stuff.
It's like a whole other level of skills you need.
Totally. And
Yeah.
having both, that's what's going to make a great industrial robot controller. Like someone who's not just good at the job, but also understands the impact.
Right, it's not just a job, it's shaping the future.
Exactly.
Well said. All right, so to everyone listening, if you're even a little bit curious about this hard field, go check out RoleCatcher. They've got a ton of great info. And who knows, maybe this could be your future career. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone.